Guys, don't buy a home before you watch this video. Hi, I'm Walt Whitaker. I'm a licensed realtor and NMLS license holder here for the state of California. And I have been licensed since 2005, and I've made over $1.2 million. I want to help you, so I thought I'd put together a list of commonly asked questions and actually give you the answer to them. Okay? Let's start out with, how can I track my progress toward being mortgage ready? This is a great question. These come in from many friends of mine around the United States. It says, use a simple spreadsheet or a budgeting app. Track your credit score monthly by free services like Credit Karma. Monitor your savings and your growth through debt payoffs. Recalculate your DTI every year, a few months, to see the improvement. Set many goals like pay off $2,000 in debt each quarter. But let's revisit what DTI means. DTI is actually a mortgage term which stands for debt to income ratio. I'll read it here. The DTI is a percentage that shows how much of your monthly income goes towards paying debts. Lenders use this to see if they can handle a new mortgage payment. How to calculate DTI? You add up all your monthly debt, like the car, student loans, credit cards, and you divide that before taxes by your monthly income. So you divide that by your gross income, not the income you bring home. An example, let's say that you make $5,000 a month and you pay $1,500 in debt. Using the DTI method, your DTI is 30%. Lenders want generally to use your DTI, and they want it below 43%. Some lenders may allow up to 50% with strong credit, but lower is always better. Other common terms like credit score is just the difference between a 300 and an 850 score, which represents your credit worthiness. Pre-qualification is a quick estimate of how much you might borrow based on the information you provided. It doesn't guarantee approval. A pre-approval is a deeper check where the lenders verify your finances and gives you conditional commitment for a specific loan. So commonly asked questions would be, are there specific financial goals I need to hit before applying? The answer is yes. Let's focus on these. Again, it would be your credit score, your DTI. Your down payment consists of either 3 to 5%, but 20% avoids private mortgage insurance, which is called PMI, private mortgage insurance. Private mortgage insurance is that insurance, let's say for every 1,000, it applies an additional monthly payment that in case you cannot pay your mortgage, that private mortgage insurance will then step in and basically pay your mortgage off for the lender that issues your approval. Let's look at other questions. What's the first thing I should do right now to get closer to buying a home? The answer is check your credit report. For a free annual credit report, there are plenty of them online. You can look at Karma, you can look at annualcreditreport.com. See where you stand, dispute any errors, and know your starting point. What are the best ways to organize my finances for home ownership? Separate accounts. Keep down payment savings in a separate account so that you're not tempted to dip into it. So that basically means, hiding the money from where you usually do all your spending. If you're spending money for bills, it may make sense to you to put money into a savings account. Personally, I put my mortgage into my savings account. Why? I rarely use my savings account, which means that I'll rarely have access to dipping into my mortgage payment in cases of emergency, in cases that I may want something and convince myself that I can get it and get the money back into my account before the mortgage is due. You know what I mean. This is a way to keep the games that we play upon ourselves from actually from obtaining our goal, which is to purchase a home. How can I boost my income or savings to reach my goals faster? In today's day, there's a lot of side hustles. I know that, my wife and I, we started giving plasma, you know, years ago just to support our church. And and in giving plasma, we could meet our financial goals toward meeting some milestones we wanted to provide money for our church. Well, that has become a side hustle. Uh, we we we've made I've made over 11,000. My wife is probably closer to 11,000, and we started in October 2022. And why is this important? Where that money, you know, can only be is only taxable, when you have a certain amount of money to be taxed. I'm in a non-taxable back bracket in that I have disability income that where I haven't filed federal income taxes in years because I don't receive any federal income or taxable income. However, this side hustle, as we use it in our taxes, uh, is sufficient to, of course, be transparent and to not hide any income. But on one hand, it allows us to get a return because it is calculated as income in many circles. So it really has this side hustle has given us cash. I think in some places it's up to $400, $500 a month, and with me getting that and then my wife getting that, that's extra $1,000 a month that covers our gas and any regular expenses that we issue on a daily or monthly or weekly basis. So let's look at some more questions here. How about, are there any other long-term questions that I need to have answered to save for a down payment? Well, if you listen to that question in any great detail, you know that I made that up. Yeah, yep. I'm out of questions, so I made that one up. But be sure to subscribe, to share, to like. Um, I will have a comment section below that where if you put in the word house, it will get to me, and you'll be eligible for a 30-minute free phone consultation. And in that time, we could answer specific questions, can get you into a home today. Thank you.